Hello and welcome to the Snow Show. This is the show about snow.
Do you recognise this view behind us here? We are on the summit at Falls Creek.
And from here you can nearly see all of the village. And the rundown looks just fantastic.
You can hit it in a second, Charlie. First, we need to tell these guys what's in today's show.
Okay, this week we take you to some exciting ski destinations. Plus Marcus has another snow driving tip.
So let's get started and head across the Pacific to Canada, to a ski area called Kicking Horse Mountain Resort.
Okay, let's go. Last time, Marcus and Ramona showed you around Hakuba in Japan. This time, Ramona and I, in a tiring journey, crossed the Pacific Ocean to Canada, to its newest and wildest ski resort, Kicking Horse, situated on the Purcell mountain range, deep within the famous Canadian Rockies.
Kicking Horse is well known for its steep chutes, reliable powder and hellacious vertical. 1,240 metres of it. The most in the Canadian Rockies and the third most in North America. Kicking Horse is blessed with amazing natural terrain, varying from wide open powder bowls, chutes and cliffs, right through to tree-lined glades. On top of this, there are 106 marked runs, including a 10-kilometre long beginner's run from the top to the bottom, so it's not just the experts who get to ride with the Eagles.
First thing the following morning, we met up with local boy Chris Spiegel. We boarded the Golden Eagle Express, Kicking Horse's high-speed gondola that delivered us an amazing 1,200 metres of vertical to what seemed like the top of Canada. From here, the three of us took in the amazing views. We took it easy for the first few runs. We followed Chris via the gentle crystal bowl down to the Stairway to Heaven chairlift.
Chris was keen to show us more of the mountain, and with over 1,100 hectares, there was way more to see. The three of us hiked across to the newly opened Foyts Bowl, the former domain of fortunate heli-skiers. Be warned though, out here can be dangerous territory, so make sure you read the avalanche warnings and are carrying the appropriate equipment. With a very stable pack, we had an open ticket to explore. We managed to find some untracked snow. A bit of fun to see the day out as we once again descended all the way back to the village. Keep watching for more of Canada.
It was a short stroll back to Copper Horse Lodge, our modern and very stylish accommodation, where our Canadian hosts, Paul and Stacey Trudeau, welcomed us, like all new guests, with introductory drinks to meet local activity providers and representatives from the Snow Sports School and Mountain Real Estate Office. The perfect way to get all the local info. Just like everything else at Kicking Horse, Copper Horse Lodge is brand spanking new. A very comfortable place to base yourself with an outdoor jacuzzi, complimentary breakfast in Copper Horse's own Corks restaurant and bar, plus a very cosy guest lounge where Ramona and I could whittle away the hours.
The next morning, a short drive from the resort, Charlie and I were hoping to dance with wolves at the Northern Lights Wolf Wildlife Centre.
Hello? Have you guys come to see some wolves?
Sure have.
Great odds. So what we do here at Northern Lights is we give you a 20-minute interpretive program.
Shelley and Casey Black have had their facility open to the public for 3 years now, offering a one-of-a-kind experience, promoting wolf conservation and education. Casey introduces Charlie and I to Moab, Wiley, Aspen, Took and Maya, all grey wolves or Canis lupus. Wolves seem to suffer an image problem. From a young age, we're taught that wolves are creatures to be feared. So we asked Shelley, are they really that dangerous?
Those theories of Little Red Riding Hood and Three Little Pigs, these animals are not a threat to humans.
Yeah.
There's never been a proven vicious attack on a human in the wild, only within captivity. So we realistically have no reason to be afraid of them because wolves are more afraid of us than we could ever be of them.
So all these stories about werewolves and, you know, Little Red
Huffing and
Riding
puffing.
Hood getting, you know, attacked by the wolf,
They're all just myths and fairy tales. Like, there's never been a proven vicious attack.
Wolves really look out for each other. In fact, the social structure in a pack of wolves is closer to humans than any other primate or mammal. Shelley told us they love and care for their young as much as we do.
When we brought in our babies, Maya, the black female in the back, she actually dug a den for Wiley within the first 12 hours, as well as they've all regurgitated food, and regurgitation is throwing up and redigesting the food for their young. And they did the same thing for Moab. When we brought Moab in, Maya dug a den a week prior. She must have heard us talking baby talk, 'cause there was already a den dug. And then when we brought them in, she wanted to protect and take care and look after them.
Moab took fancy to our camera. Still a pup at only 10 months old, his playful nature is great fun to watch.
He just wants the fur off of it.
Listening to five wolves howl is one of the most eerie experiences I've ever had. We left Moab and his pack to howl by themselves, whilst Ramona and I explored Golden, an untamed railway and timber town that sits about 10 minutes from Kicking Horse Resort. Golden was once a wild outpost, cut off from the rest of Canada by the surrounding Purcell mountain range. Originally called Cache, the townsfolk renamed their settlement Golden City, not wanting to be outdone by the nearby Silver City. Even in its early years, timber was very important to Golden. Today, timber is still big business in town, with the local mill employing over 10% of Golden's population. We were lucky enough to take a quick look inside the mill. Do what these dudes did. Move to Golden, get a night shift in the mill, and ride the horse during the day. The perfect ski bum lifestyle. Golden still maintains a feel of adventure, discovery and freedom. And as Ramona and I strolled across the Kicking Horse River, with the ski resort looming overhead, I thought Golden's future may well be just as exciting as its past. Up next, more on Kicking Horse.
The next day, it was back to the horse for more fun with Chris. First up, we hit the chutes off CPR Ridge. Thankfully, CPR stood for Canadian Pacific Railway, not cardiopulmonary resuscitation. That made me feel somewhat safer. Chris seemed to have the dream job, so we asked him if it really was as good as he made it sound.
It is, you know, it's something that I've always worked towards. I started in the ski industry. I mean, the idea, I'm not sure I planned on being in sales and marketing, but, you know, I wanted to work with people because I love people, so.
Yeah. Do you love us?
I love you guys.
Yeah, we love you too, Chris. Next, we were off to the Foytsball, and we were keen to find out who it was named after.
Basically, there was a family, a Swiss guiding family. Obviously, a lot of this area was explored by Swiss guides back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And, you know, the family, they moved here. They live here in town. The resort obviously thought it would be a nice idea to name a bowl after them. And we've done that. And we were talking with some folks yesterday at the museum, and you know, explaining how there's, you know, foos is in the F-E-U-Z, or you get the Swiss that want to come over and call it foits, spelled the same way.
Chris had one last tip about living in Golden.
No, Monday night's definitely a must. So yeah, we stick around. If not for the skiing, definitely for the Mondays.
Enough of mucking around on the chair, and it was time to decide which chutes we were going to try off of Redemption Ridge. First chute was called Xanadu, which sorts Chris out. Charlie decided to follow. I took another route to try something different. Back on Redemption Ridge, this time we were getting a little cocky and wanted to try something steeper. I took on the Pearly Gates. One mistake here and I could be in big trouble.
Chris and I wait at the top of the Hallelujah chute. However, looking down, I was not really celebrating. I'd jump in anyway and hang on for my life. Chris takes to the same chute, bringing down some snow with him. With the three of us safely down the chutes, we enjoy a leisurely ski out through the Foyts Bowl. We say goodbye to Chris, then Ramona and I have some fun on the gentle groomers, taking us all the way back to the village. As you enter the village, you definitely witness Kicking Horse as a resort under construction. Originally a one-chair local ski hill called Whitetooth, Kicking Horse has evolved into North America's newest and most talked about ski area. That was it for the day and for Kicking Horse. This place definitely lived up to its reputation. The steeps had me scared, the groomers had me smiling, and Golden made me feel like home. But we couldn't hang around. It was time to head off, down Highway 95 to Panorama Mountain Resort, where we explored their backcountry bowls and went heli skiing. But that's another story you'll have to tune in next time to see. If you like what you have just seen and would love to ride the horse, here's a great deal we can offer you through SkiMax. Stay at Kicking Horse from $4,099 per person, which includes return flights to Calgary, 7 nights at Copper Horse Lodge, and a 6-day lift pass. Conditions apply. Ride the Kicking Horse. Call SkiMax on 1300 136 997 or visit skimax.com.au.
Up next, Marcus has another snow driving tip for you.
Now it's time for another tip to help with your driving in the snow. Last time we looked at making a car park in soft snow. This time we're looking at braking. Now most of this is common sense. I mean, when you're on a dry road it's quite easy, but when the going gets slippery, you've got to look way ahead and keep your action smooth. The X-Trail here and most modern vehicles have ABS, anti-locking braking system, so you know you can put your foot down on the brake and get the best possible braking for the conditions that you're in. Engage constant pedal pressure and resist any urge to release your foot when you feel the jitter of the ABS in progress. Perhaps you could practice just on a little bit of snow. If you don't have the ABS, then you have to act like an ABS system. and gently brake in an on and off pattern. Do not let the wheels lock, as they can send you off like a toboggan with no steering. Decelerate well in advance of the turn. Don't brake in the turn and just slowly accelerate throughout the corner. It's just like driving in dry conditions, but at a lot slower pace. If you need to brake on a road that has alternate patches of snow, ice and bare road, then brake harder on the bare road parts and kind of coast across the snow and ice. Now, if you have chains on, be careful about braking hard on a bare road, as they can slide and take off. Next time, we're going to look at driving in poor visibility. Till next time, happy driving.
Queenstown, situated on beautiful Lake Wakatipu, is well known as New Zealand's adventure capital. From here, we took the easy 25-minute drive on sealed roads to our destination, Coronet Peak, the closest resort to Queenstown. Overlooking the surrounding valleys, townships and lakes, the views are simply amazing.
Coronet Peak is the South Island's most popular resort, offering a superb winter experience for every level of snow sports enthusiast. With a dedicated beginners area, plenty of cruisy, rolling intermediate terrain, and for the more adventurous, a variety of advanced trails.
Coronet Peak has extensive snowmaking on nearly all trails, allowing the resort to run from June right through to October.
What do you think about the new six-seater, Elise? Lots of room to stretch out?
Away from me. Yeah, I'm actually very impressed with the chair and the view. Queenstown, shot over river.
Very nice views.
Nice and close to a main city, isn't it, Coronet Peak?
Yes, only 20 minutes from Queenstown. Very nice, very accessible. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty hungry, pretty keen to get back in for some lunch.
Okay, I'd like to check out the tug of war.
Yeah, let's head on down.
We watched the fun at Coronet Peak's Family Mountain Carnival, part of the Queenstown's huge annual winter festival.
Yeah, nice one, cutting edge. Coronet Peak, like most New Zealand resorts, has no on-mountain accommodation. It does, however, have a fully serviced day lodge, complete with a huge sun deck overlooking the resort.
Awesome morning skiing.
How do you feel about canyon swinging this afternoon?
Charlie, I'm actually not feeling too good about it. You know how I feel about heights? Yeah, terrified.
This is definitely not your average backyard swing.
You choose how or if you leave the platform, with over 15 different ways to fall, including the chair of death. You have a 60-metre free fall at over 100 kilometres an hour. I don't know why, but Charlie chose the handstand.
How was it?
Oh, you'll have a glass, Elise, don't worry.
Reluctantly, I chose the jump known as the gimp.
Oh, no, wait a sec. Oh, do I have to let go? Really? Oh, really? No.
Originally a 1920s corner store, or as they say here in New Zealand, the dairy. It has been refurbished into a stunning 13-room boutique hotel, offering the perfect respite after a day of Queenstown adrenaline.
Feeling refreshed, we headed back up to Coronet Peak to experience New Zealand's only commercial night skiing and boarding. With lights from the summit to the base lodge, lighting 420 metres of vertical, this is some serious skiing and boarding under the snow guns and the stars.
If you like what you have just seen and would love to experience the action capital of Queenstown for yourself, then here is a great deal we can offer you through SkiMax. Ski Coronet Peak and the Remarkables from $1,221 per person, which includes return flights to Christchurch, 5 nights at the Dairy Luxury Hotel, 6 days economy Euro car hire, and a 3-day lift pass. Conditions apply. Jump to it. Call SkiMax on 1300 136 997 or visit skimax.com.au.
I've had the best time cruising around Falls Creek today, haven't you, Charlie?
Oh, it has been fantastic, especially in the sunshine, and I've been working on my goggle tan.
Yeah, you've got a bit more work to do on that one. Anyway, that's it for the Snow Show for this week.
If you've seen anything that you've liked and want to know more about, head to our website.
Snowshow.tv.
And remember, the best way to enjoy winter is in the snow.
Bye for now.
Steven Spielberg's new series Taken continues 8:30 Tuesday. Starring War of the Worlds Dakota Fanning, Taken is an epic saga about an ordinary family and their extraordinary 50-year secret. Taken continues 8:30 Tuesday on Channel 9. Your afternoon movie Legend of the Lost Tomb starring Stacey Keach is next.